So now we start a new area. We have discussed health, education policies, gender policies. We have now discussed the global social policy comparative analysis too. Now we come to the governance issues that are hampering implementation of social policies. So first issue is fiscal, and we will look at how fiscal issues divide center and provinces. So what is fiscal policy? You must have heard many times fiscal policy and fiscal deficit and monetary policies and monetary issues. So fiscal policy is deliberate changes in government's revenue or expenditure to achieve the desired objectives. So it is based on tax or spend, while monetary policy is based on changing the money supply and interest rates. So if you are looking at inflation, it's more related to monetary policy. If you're looking at taxation, it's more related to fiscal policy. So if you look at these two major policies, monetary policy is about interest rates and money supply, while fiscal policy is about taxation and expenditure. So changes in taxation policies and changing in expenditure affects the economy. So the changes are in three levels. So changes can be at the timing is important, level is important, and composition of changes is important. In this table module, we'll be using figures from Economic Survey and Budget in Brief. So tools of the fiscal policies are, public revenue and public expenditure, and then whether we should increase taxes, whether they are non-tax and tax, and whether they are direct taxes or indirect taxes, and then we have capital and revenue expenditures. Article 160 of the Constitution talks about National Finance Commission, which is to be established 5 years or before to make decisions about the distribution of revenues between center and provinces and between provinces. Every 5 years or before, NFC is usually set, but we don't have NFC award after every 5 years because of the fact that consensus is required, and most of the time the provinces and the federation don't agree of what is to be done or what is to be the division between the resources. So over the years we have seen that more and more money is shifted toward provinces, because provinces are the ones who have the responsibilities of education, responsibilities of health, responsibility of law and order, responsibility about environment. So most of the responsibilities are with the provinces, but most of the money was with the federal government. So this change, this paradox was gradually rectified, and mostly in the 21st century. So if we look at starting from 1973 to 1997, federal government has the majority of shares. So if you look at the 1997 award, which is the second last award we had, was 62.5% of the money from the divisible pool went to the federal government, and 37.5% go to the provinces. But since the 7th NFC award, which is 2010, we have gradually more and more money has been shifted to the provinces. And this has something to do with 18th Amendment also, because of the fact that health and education and other issues will be dealt with at the provincial level. So now we have 57.5% of the money going to the provinces. There was also a change in weights. Previously, everything was decided, the division between provinces was decided on the basis of population only. But over the years, in 2010, it has changed, and now poverty and revenue collection and population density are also important. So what has happened over the years is that Punjab's share has gone down, while shares of other provinces has increased. So Sindh has a little bit more share, KP has also a little bit more share, and Balochistan share has almost doubled. So there are two types of federal transfers to the provinces. One is from the divisible pool, which you can see here on the top, A, which is mostly based on taxes collected by the federal government. And then there are the state transfers, which go to the province from which resource is being collected. So gas development charge is based on in how much gas from that province has been taken out. Crude oil, of course, royalty in crude oil is also based on how much oil has been drilled from a province. Divisible pool is based on the division, which I have shown you before, where this is the division from the divisible pool. So 51% goes to Punjab and 24% goes to Sindh. KP has 15% and Balochistan 9%. So what are the issues related in this area? The issues are what should be in the divisible pool. So the more buoyant taxes, or the taxes where most of the money is coming from, if they are with the federal government, then of course federal government has a say in it, and federal government takes the money from it. But if they are shifted from the divisible pool to the provinces, then of course provinces will have more control. Then of course how the pool is divided. We have seen provinces are getting more and smaller provinces are getting more than Punjab. But what will be the next step? Then of course there are some grants given to provinces, and then there is the anti-terrorism grant to KP, and Balochistan is also given more money than its share. So what is the division between that? So these are the different issues which then hamper or hinder or sometimes help the social welfare policies in the federation, at the federation level and at the provincial level. Thank you.